God is saying to you today, it is quite simple. Nothing that is meant for you will ever get away. Love deeply and without the need to possess or own. Let beautiful connections pass through you without attachment. Slam your heart into the PUPE and the places and the things that ignite something deep inside of your soul, and I promise the right things will stay. You will never lose what is for you. Please don't ever forget that. Like this video if you have a believing God. Angels are saying to you today, some souls instantly click. Whether you're lovers, best friends, soulmates, or something so special that words can't quite explain it. You accept this person for everything they are, and they would never let you be anything other than your beautiful, imperfect self. These are the souls that you encounter and just know in the very first moment that you were supposed to cross paths. Their presence makes you feel safe and calm, like you are home whenever you're with them. They are without a doubt the most special person you've had the privilege to love. No distance, time, or person could come between the bond you share. Their kindness, softness, sincerity, and unconditional love makes you feel like a better person because life is simply better with them in it. Whatever form they may come in, these souls are your happy place, your comfort, your sunshine, your everything, and you genuinely could not imagine life without them in it. Type 1111 to claim it. God says, the real challenge of moving forward is our deep-rooted attachment to the person we used to be. Sometimes we can't move on from certain people because we miss the person we used to be. We miss how we used to feel. We miss how we loved them, be it a friend or a lover or anyone else, and we miss the bond we had created in our mind. If you think about it, this says a lot about your character. Even if they disrespected you and treated you wrongfully, you loved them. And you don't miss the ill treatment, but you miss the love you had for them. You miss having them in your life because your heart still saw the good in them regardless of all the bad. This means you're a really loving person, and anyone would be lucky to have a friend or partner like you in their life. It all comes down to who is actually worthy of you. I know you miss them, but remember your self-respect is more important than anything. You were mistreated and taken for granted. You don't deserve that. Remember, they were never on a pedestal to begin with. It was your soft nature that put them on a pedestal. I know you miss the person you used to be, but no person has the power to change you. You were a loving person, and you will always be a loving person. You will meet new people, and you will love them the same, because it is in your nature to do so. No one can take that gift away from you. Type 222 to affirm this to yourself. God message for you. No matter how painful it feels, no matter how lost your soul is, no matter how lonely your heart is, there is something greater out there for you. So what if I told you that 6 months from now, you'd be living your dream life? That you'd have the relationship you're seeking, or the job that fuels you, or the good health you've been searching for. But instead of continue owlishly wishing for the future, where everything feels pleasant, be where your feet are and bring it into existence in the now. Today might be the day when the universe answers all of your prayers. Today might be the day that you meet someone who changes your life. Today might be the day you surprise yourself with all of your glory. And the only way to experience these changes is by opening your mind, breaking down your closed-off walls, and inviting in what the world has brought to you. There is always room for new beginnings, and eat your being. You just have to be open to experiencing them. Type, I am ready to shine, to affirm. God is saying to you today, no one else cares for your success, so you have to care. You have to force yourself to get up early. You have to force yourself to turn your phone off and revise. You have to force yourself to work out. You have to care for the whole world because no one else cares until they start seeing results. And they won't ever see your results if you don't care enough first. It's your life. They are your goals, your dreams. It will be your success, but it has to be your effort and your work first and foremost. Type 5. 5 if you trust God. God says, you don't get over people by meeting new people. That's not how it works. Some people are irreplaceable, and some people come into our lives to make us realize that. But I get it. A lot of things have affected you, and you're exhausted by people. All types too, especially the ones close to you and the ones you barely know. I know what it's like, that is, to have this heavy feeling in your gut, the one that keeps telling you to start over, to pack your things and leave it all behind. We've all been there. We've all been broken down by people. But that doesn't mean you've got to give up on them. People are going to let you down. They're going to have bad days, a lot of them. But the trick is to find the ones worth keeping and to hold on to them no matter how tragic life gets. Type, I am awareness, to affirm. God says today, as long as you have time, everything is possible in your life. Everything worthwhile takes time. Finding your people takes time. Making your dreams come true takes time. Creating your life's masterpiece takes time. Love takes time. Success takes time. Don't rush the process. You will never have to force what's destined for you. If you have patience with yourself, you will go far in life. You have to give yourself time to level up. Long-lasting things can wait. The best version of yourself can wait. It's okay if you feel like you are always waiting for brighter days. In the process of waiting, you will learn so many lessons. You will learn to let go of control. You will learn to go with the flow. You will learn to focus on the good. You will learn to think positively. The weather doesn't matter when you are carrying your own sunshine. The grey clouds will slowly fade away. Being at the lowest point in your life is only a temporary phase. With time comes healing, and with healing comes change. Your time will come. You make space for your bright future to show up by staying in the present. Beautiful things happen when you are willing to be patient. It may take a while, but what's meant to yours will never be late. Sunset comes to those who can wait. Sunrise comes to those who have faith. In time, it will all fall into place. Give it time. Keep hope alive. Take your time. Type, I believe in myself, to affirm. Today's message for you, maybe right now, your journey isn't about love. Maybe right now, your journey is about being alone. Maybe this is the season you're being challenged to learn how to wake up in the middle of the bed, to finally find hope in the vacancy, hope in the quiet, hope in the way you stretch into your life and give yourself permission to take up space within it. Maybe right now you're being shown that you can take care of yourself, that you can depend on the person you have become, that you can be your own home no matter what comes your way. Maybe right now your journey is about redemption. Maybe this is the season you're being challenged to make amends with your heart, to stand up for the vast ways in which it loves and cares and believes in the goodness of vulnerability and expression, and being the person who softens even when the world is not gentle. Maybe right now you are getting a second chance to trust in it and to forgive yourself, ing it away to those who could not value it. But most importantly, maybe right now you're being called to protect it, to find your way back into your tenderness, to find your way back into your soul. Subscribe our channel if you love God. Message from Universe: don't break the promises you make to yourself. No one likes to be let down by the people around them, but we often don't think twice when we let ourselves down because we don't see it as something that's equally important. But it is. It's easy to shrug off the weight of all the things we want to do, no matter how big or small they might be. Pushing them onto another unnamed day, tomorrow maybe, but not a tomorrow that's coming anytime soon. It's important to take the things we say to ourselves seriously, keeping the promises small until we've rebuilt that trust with ourselves. One little promise, day by day, and eventually you'll feel like you can rely on yourself again, like you can do anything. Should you keep the promises you make to yourself? You don't have to change the world, but take yourself on that walk you've been avoiding. Wake up a little bit earlier, read that book that's been sitting on your bedside table, and do it unapologetically for yourself. They might feel like small steps, but eventually they'll cover a lot of ground, and one day you'll look back, able to recognize who you are, where you've been, and why you've kept going. Type yes if you feel this. God is saying to you today, something beautiful happens when you stop waiting to be chosen and instead choose yourself. When you love yourself first. When you can be alone with the shape of yourself. When you stop running away from your truth. The right people start to show up. The right opportunities suddenly align. All the hustling you were doing, trying to make yourself more worthy, stops feeling right, and instead you get into the flow of life. And everything you thought you'd have to earn and strive for seems to come a lot more easily. When you choose you, everything and everyone has to rise to that level. And all the good things you thought you'd have to force arrive in perfect timing. Yes, you need to show up. Yes, you need to work. But it'll be with the right people, the right opportunities, and the kind of life that lights from the inside, because you are lit up from the inside. Type I love God if you believe this. Universe Sire today, no one is going to love you exactly like you imagine. No one is ever going to read your mind and take every star from the sky at the perfect time and hand it to you. No one is going to show up at your door on a horse with a shoe you lost. Do you understand? That's why you have to love yourself enough so that any other love just adds more candles to the cake you've already iced. Type, I am aware if you are. Self-message for you. It has been one of the greatest and most difficult years of my life. I learned everything is temporary. Moments, feelings, people, flowers. I learned love is about giving everything and letting it hurt. I learned vulnerability is always the right choice because it is easy to be cold in a world that makes it so very difficult to remain soft. I learned all things come in twos, life and death, pain and joy, sugar and salt, me and you. It is the balance of the universe. It has been the year of hurting so bad, but living so good, making friends out of strangers, making strangers out of friends. We must learn to focus on warm energy, always. Soak our limbs in it and become better lovers to the world. For if we can't learn to be kinder to each other, how will we ever learn to be kinder to the most desperate parts of ourselves? Type, I believe in myself, to affirm. God says tonight, what's meant for you is coming for you. Don't let your personal timeline cloud your vision and make you feel like you're not where you're meant to be. The universe is steadily trying to set you up for the blessings you've been asking for. If you received everything you ever wanted this very second, there would still be parts of your soul that would feel unfulfilled. Slow down and savor every step of your journey. It's meant to be enjoyed, not rushed through. Accepting your blessing is easy, but embracing the time it takes to set it up is where the magic truly is. Today's message, a reminder that an apology does not always lead to reconciliation. People's interest in the relationship are allowed to change, and moving forward is a choice, not a requirement. Even if there is remorse, sincerity, and changed behavior, sometimes ruptures in the relationship might be too deep to repair, and forcing someone to forgive you and move on is not healthy for either parties involved. Type, I'm optimistic, if you're ready. Important message from God. The day you find yourself will be the most incredible day of your life. You'll stop relying on others to make you happy. Your smile will come from within, and you won't search for love in other people's eyes, because you will see it every time you look in the mirror. The day you find yourself, you'll wonder why you spent so long chasing people who didn't love you, why you wasted so many years walking on paths that resembled jungles of messed up feelings, where you found nothing but darkness, tears, and heartbreak. But it won't affect you anymore, because you will have a hold of yourself in every way. You'll have your emotions, your heart, and your soul, and you won't give it to anyone, because no one else can take care of it the way you can. You'll finally realize that lovers are not meant to take you on a journey, but walk alongside you. They're not meant to fulfill you, but appreciate how complete you are in yourself. Lovers are not meant to break your heart each day. They're not meant to make you feel unworthy or unloved. The day you find yourself, you'll realize how incredibly magnificent you are, imperfect, yes, but filled with so much goodness and so much light that you will strive to be even better each day. The day you find yourself will be the most beautiful day, because after that, you will never accept less than what you deserve. Type, I'm abundant, to claim. Today's message, instead of focusing on the people who left, focus on the people in your life who have chosen to be there. Focus on the ones who stayed, on the ones who appreciate you and respect you. Focus on the people who match the love you give them. Focus on the people who empower you and grow you and make your life beautiful. You are surrounded by human beings who will not shy away from the love you give. You are surrounded by human beings who know that they want you in their life, people who show you that every single day. Do not take them for granted. Do not lose touch of what you have, chasing what you no longer do. Type, I embody love, to affirm. Message for you, what's not meant for you will miss you. We all have plans. We all have ideas of what will make us happy. We construct it all in our minds. But what we really don't know is how it will feel once we're in it. So maybe that dream job you're feeling down about not getting was going to be a nightmare for you. Maybe that perfect person was only perfect on paper. Maybe that opportunity was only going to be a distraction from something else that's trying to come into your awareness. Maybe it's all working out for you beautifully, in ways you can't put into words, in perspectives that only become visible in retrospect. So don't force it all to happen the way you think it should. Don't end up somewhere that was trying to miss you, simply because you were too intent on hustling your way into an ideal that might not even be good for you. Do your work. Take inspired actions. Be open to it unfolding better than expected, and allow what's meant to miss you skate right on by. Type, I embrace my power to affirm. God message for you today. The right person will know how to hold your love. The right person will choose you just as deeply as you choose them. You will not have to quiet the way you care. You will never feel like you are too much. You will not have to beg for the love you deserve. One day, you will be met where you are. One day, you will be someone's favorite thing, and you will not be confused. You will not feel like you are fighting for someone who isn't fighting for you. One day, you will understand that it never mattered how tightly you held on to the wrong people, how intensely you tried, because the right people were always going to find you. The right people were always going to stay. Type, this too shall pass to affirm. God says today, the ideal version of you doesn't exist. You do. You are 1 in a million because you are you. You don't have to hide your imperfections to make someone fall for you. You don't need to be flawless to be loved. No one is perfect, and the idea of perfection is unattainable. You are unique in our own way, and your uniqueness is what makes you irreplaceable. The real you is far more special than the ideal version of you. Be completely yourself, and you will find the person who is right for you. Stay true to yourself, and the ones who love you will do the same to you. If someone really loves you, they will love everything about you. You will always be the best for them. They will embrace your chaos and mess. They will allow you to express yourself in a plain and honest way. They will make you feel safe enough to reveal yourself as you really are. They will love you at your worst. Liberate yourself from the need to be who you think you should be. Love is supposed to set you free. Perfection doesn't matter, so forget it. Your truth matters, so live it. Type I am ready if you are ready. Message from universe. Don't worry about other things. Worry about you. Worry about healing. About getting over the anxieties the world has caused you. Get it together. Clear your heart. Fix your feelings. No one is going to do these things for you. No one is going to save you. You have to do these things for yourself and stop dragging your feet. Stop waiting for something to happen. Make it happen. Start small. Take your time. It may not be easy at first, but I promise you it will happen. And it might take a month or even a year, but nonetheless, you will look down the road and be amazed at your progress, amazed at how much you've changed. But you have to start somewhere. Start today, right now. Don't waste another second. Don't waste another day not knowing who you are. Type yes if you're ready. And share this video with 3 people who trust God. Today's message for you. True fulfillment is never found where you expect it to be. When you most desire wealth, you always feel poor. When you most desire physical perfection, you feel never enough. When you most desire the love of another, you only repel it. And when you most desire success, you seem always one last step from where you feel you should be. True fulfillment begins with celebrating and showing gratitude for what you already have. I am wealthy because I have life. I am beautiful because I am human. I am loved because I show love for myself. True fulfillment begins with the perspective that all you desire lives already within you, and the understanding that the pursuits of your heart are not work, but play. Please subscribe our channel and turn on bell notification for more God message.